fasten your seatbelt because it is time to land on the island and see what's going to happen.
Taking a look, Shadow Jade Mine is going to be heavily populated. That's going to be some interesting battles. We're going to see a lot of people at Celestra. It's going to be packed in those two locations, and then with a very few amount of people up at the top of Still Jade Temple. 3 or 4 teams up there. Coming now, we are going to look at Alliance. Hannah coming in, getting hit, has a great sword already, hitting CPG Jing already with the first hit. The Jing trying to pop the bell, but gets parried. Hannah getting parried, trying to get her great sword back, but has to switch to a gray katana, trying to run away, not able to run away, and Alliance Helios is going to go down. Hannah's trying to get away. Rigged from Cats is also going to go down. CPG just coming out of the gates on fire. Hannah is going to go down here. 1 player left on Alliance. Let's see if they're going to be able to cop the revive.
That was very unlucky for Alliance. Like Hannah had such a great weapon, like just starting the game in such a crowded, small space, already with a blue greatsword that had like really big advantage. The problem is that she got parried and she lost her weapon.
NGX team playing versus Dot Gaming right now. Dot Gaming about to come in, gets 3 kills, wipes out NGX right there. They're gonna have to go use their resurrection.
Sad for them, like they started the game and then just immediately wiped out of the map. As we can move around, FPX, Lysiov, he going out of his ult. He's gonna try to keep going around. They're gonna take 1 and 2 kills on KRT.
KRT gets 2 kills, but Scott is still alive. He's going to try and get out of that area because he knows he needs to heal up.
Gotta run.
Needs to get ready. Gotta run. We're seeing CPGK here going for that hot switch that we saw in solos with the dash and the musket play. We haven't seen it a lot today. It's the first time we've seen that style of play, like looking behind you and trying to get that kill. CPGK going to pop that Yeshan ult this early in the game just to try and get away and get deal a little bit of damage to this player right here.
He's moving around, just trying to find any kind of opponents, but he's not being able to land on anyone. He's gonna try to keep going, but he's not going to be able of that.
He lands 1 shot on LDLC Squeaky, and they're actually going to send LDLC Squeaky down right now. Looking at K, he pops out of his ult as a Yeshan ult comes up from a Wild Next Slayer, or we see Wild Next Slayer over here with the greatsword trying to run away. We see the Jing coming up with that ult. He just needed it to heal and get the reset. He's going to try and pop some shields now, but he only has shield powder. He does not have the pots, so it's going to be difficult for him to get all of his shield back. Slayer going into his Yeshan ult. We're seeing this happen a lot right now. It's the first game jitters. People are getting nervous. They're not confident in their ability to take fights, and they go in. We see Kakasi losing to Slayer in his Yeshan ult.
Slayer has been a player really active during all day, man. Like, this is the 5th game already of him, and we've seen Slayer just being very active. The camera is always on him, so it shows that he's been taking a lot of fights. As right now, LDLC Sachiko is going to take on 1 player that is being stranded away from his friends.
The Jing going down here to LDLC. CPGK here is the last member alive on his team. They still have their resurrections, but K is going to try and go here and get the revive so they do not have to only go for the resurrection. Kakasi here, his resurrection or his revive bar is going down. He is not going to be able to get revived. Here we go into LDLC Squeaky here, and YL Next team is going to be taking this fight.
I know exactly. Look at that. He's going to pop the ult and he have 1 player. There's a Kurumi just around, just calling for it. He's going to take 1 shot. He's going to bring it down. Takes a second one. Drops her down on the ground. Turns around and he finds a monk in front of him.
Great play from LDLC Sachiko, popping that ult, healing all of the LDLC players to full health there during that attack. Otherwise, Squeaky would have been done for.
Yeah, exactly, man. It was like really a savior. It was allowed him to run around and just being able to keep on with his life.
Slayer trying to get some dash grapple shots off with that greatsword, getting a couple hits in, dealing a little bit of damage, but the only person going down there is going to be his YL next players. It's going to be Ben Shi and Dao Ma, and then Slayer is going to go down here. They're going to be forced to use their revives.
A great win for LDLC, man. Like, they took on Wild Next and they come out victorious out of that fight. We can see multiple teams in this area. We've got GBL, LDLC, Wild Next as well. They're going to just keep going around because this area of the mines has been really chaotic by now.
Always chaotic in the mines. It is a very odd place to fight. Or not odd, it's a very special place.
Yes, exactly.
In the map, because there's so many different levels to it and so many different places to hide. You can hide in the tunnels, you can hide in the actual mines and the caves themselves, or you can come out and you can fight, and there's different levels. You can go up to the top, you can be on the bottom. There's so many different elements that come into play when fighting at Shadow Jade Mine.
TXJ is going to pop his ult. There's going to be a fight in between these two teams. FPX is going to take on you. They're receiving so much damage. They're not being able to retreat. They're trying to defend, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to pop out of his ult, and TXJ is going to fall to Haibao.
TXJ falling to Haibao there, getting that hard counter. We've seen that so many times today. If it's monk on monk violence, that's going to be happening right now.
Right, moving out, Lee Xiao P right now is still two members from FPX, VVV and Lee Xiao P. Lee Xiao P on his warrior form, trying to capitalize on anything. He's trying to swing frenetically his spear. It's not going to be enough as LY Blue Sky is going to call the quill.
Take the kill.
It takes the kills, calls the kills. I like it both ways.
VVV coming in here, Triple V down at the bottom, trying to just create some movement, but is not getting out of that circle, getting caught in the storm, taking a little bit of take damage, but it is only first circle. We're seeing a lot of that. People have no regard for the circle when it comes to first circle because they get so caught up in fights, they just, yeah, they don't pay attention to it. Team CC now, we see 330 coming around. BBS Huncho, both popped in their ults. 330 trying to go for a grab. Team CC's Ming is going to get a kill on BBS Huncho as he comes out from that ult. Like I said earlier, when you come out of that ult from Tianhai, you are actually super vulnerable for a little bit, and Ming capitalized on that. He took advantage of the opportunity and he went in and got that kill.
Ming swinging his spear around, just trying to get on the hunt. They know that Meltinez is hiding in there, trying to save, just trying to let Team CC just go around, but Meltinez is going to hunt in there.
Meltinez just hiding out, trying to get a reset, hopefully maybe reviving his teammates. I do not know if they have their resurrections or not, but it looks like Team CC is going to move on. We see here again, Triple V trying to rotate through the map. They're just chilling here. They do not have much space to, they have a lot of space to move, but they need to get into the circle, otherwise they will take some more damage.
Last FPX player was just moving around trying to rotate as we're going to move on top of the turret. Look at that, GBL 28 HH on the Yodo Ime. It's going to try to bring some damage here on the top of the turret.
We finally see a Yodo player.
Finally.
Yeah, we've been seeing too much of this same repetition. It's the play that happens. We get monk on monk violence, Yueshan versus Yueshan. It's so difficult. And now we see no more resurrections allowed for the rest of the game. You either have to revive or buy back your teammates. But what I was saying before, taking a look, we see this play happen so much. We see Tianhai, we see Yueshan, we see these ults pop, we see the grabs trying to happen, but we just see them getting countered. We see the muskets coming out and them just getting absolutely demolished like it's a 18th century firing squad.
That is true, man. That is a very good simile, man. Like just like the 18th century firing squad. Look at that LDLC X-ray coming in, rotating, trying to find something going on. Look at that. FPX is just down there waiting to see if LDLC will come and start a scrimmage.
It looks like LDLC won the whole Shadow Jade Mine, or they were just the last ones to stay there. FPX hiding underneath. They do not want to take a fight against LY Blue Sky or KN, as we see KN rotating over, trying to see if there's anybody in the mines, because they know lots of people were fighting there. They definitely heard the action going on, and they were like, I need to get a piece of this.
Yeah, look at that. Our first 4 games, top team KN with the same combo. They're going to have a Tianhai, the Kurumi, and the Yueshan.
That combo, seeing it over and over again, it's getting repetitive. Like, get some new ideas. I know that it's the combo that it is. I know there's $1.2 million on the line. But you gotta switch it up sometimes. I know it's working for them, but it also, at the same time, like, these Tianhais are getting countered, like, very nicely as well.
Yeah, exactly. It is time for actually just go back to the draw board and then just literally just get a new plan. CPG, Sky, they're going to start rotating as they're being hit from multiple angles. We have seen TM on the other side trying to get some health, some damage brought with the ranged weapons.
They're trying to deal a little bit of damage here with the ranged weapons. They're trying to go out with the repeating crossbow. We're seeing K here not landing too many shots, but they're about to get flanked as we see the TM player come in, and we see another one come in from the other side. They were distracted by the repeating crossbow, and they get caught off guard here as the CPG ult is going to go up, and we see TM's Monk coming up. TM getting the grab, almost getting the second one, getting pushed back by the Jing, getting K getting thrown down there, and TM is going to try and go on the hunt for K because they know he's low. He's allowed to get that heal off. Pampy is going to try and get that kill. They're going to get the grab as well, and K is going to go down to Akame. The Jing now running away from the Yueshan and the Tianhai. Tianhai gets out of his ult there, but the Yueshan is still hot on his trail.
CPG on the back foot right now as they just lost one member. It's going to be only Kakashi and the Jing trying to fight, moving around to survive. Because look at that, Akame with the blue katana is going to try to defend his ground and try to go away and survive from this fight.
Okay, now bringing out that ult, taking down TM Yin right there. TM Pampy is about to go down as well. He's taking a lot of damage from that Yueshan, and then the Kakashi is also coming in with that attack, and it's now a 3v1, and TM gets completely wiped out. Akame still alive, knows he needs to get out of there. He's not going to take that fight.
He could do nothing for Pampy. Pampy was just extremely just bouncing on air, just being able to do nothing, completely just leaving the fingers out of his keyboard and just saying like, you know what, like I'm so sorry, man. There's nothing I can do.
FPX over here, we see Li Xiao P, we see Triple V on top. They're just trying to get some musket shots off. YL next over here playing on the defensive side. They're trying to rotate. They're not really trying to go for a melee fight right now. Mid-game, what they're trying to do, all of the China mainland players especially, they don't want to take fights mid-game. We saw that earlier in the interview. We talked about mid-game fights are something that don't really happen mainland China.
Don't really happen normally in this region. It's just something that is very characteristic from EU and NA. Just like mid-game fights, just everyone just trying to get as many kills as possible, as early as possible.
So now we're looking at Bao Da. YJJPP is going to be coming up against GBL and YL next. They're going to not go up to the top of that tower. They're going to wait until they see YL next and GBL fight it out. But Bao Da, YJJPP is going to start making his way up, hiding on the side. GBL forced to give up control of the top of that tower. They had a really good spot, but Bao Da is actually going to take this. YL next following hot in pursuit of GBL because they want to get those kills.
They didn't want to hold to that high ground. They saw Bao Da coming in and they decided, you know what, it's not worth it. Let's just get down here and let's just try to find an FPX.
Old 6 here, he's just kind of scaling, hiding on the bottom of that tower, out of this line of sight of the players on the top. Bao Da there, they're getting contested up at the top. Dao Ma with the nunchucks here, rolling out. He's gonna try and get some shots off with a gray pistol, but he does not have that powerful of range weapons. He's only got that one pistol. It's only really good for short range as well.
Exactly. Look at that. All the teams just kind of like moving in closer and closer. We have 13 minutes. And look at the amount of players that we still got, man. We have 43 players still in game and 13 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Only one team has gone down, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. Look at that. That is really good. That's gonna say that this game is going to be crazy.
Taking a look now, 28HH from GBL, just trying to make sure he's going to stay alive. It looks like they're going to start hanging to the roofs. They're looking like some monkeys over here, just going on the monkey bars, hanging out on the top of the roof.
I know, exactly. Let's see what's going to happen. Right now we get the view from Bauda's YJJPP. Knows that some people might just come in, and he just like, you know what, like just protecting his ground. Just trying to get ready for it.
Yeah, they're holding that angle because it's still in the circle. It's really good high ground, and people can't come up and attack them. If they come up and attack, they have the upper hand. Going back now, we see Team Alliance. We have not seen much of them today. LY Blue Sky over here, he's playing the low ground. He's just searching the bushes for anybody that is ratting because he knows that people are going to be hiding in those corners.
I love how everything from Blue Sky right now is just in the right direction. Multiple purple armor and purple weapons. That's going to look really good. He should go right now and try to engage in a couple fights.
Yeah, definitely. I think that if they get their fights going right now, they're going to be very strong for the next stages. We see now Bamboo Shoots, Honcho over here, the big Honcho, looking very strong right now. And we see KN pulling out the ballista plays. 150 IQ plays over here. Using that ballista, you know, it's very rarely used. We saw it one time yesterday.
Yes.
Shout out use in the finals of solos, but it's a thing that leaves you super exposed to attacks from the front and the back. You are not able to move very, very fast. But if you can get some shots off, especially from long range, that damage and that burning it'll leave cause consequences for the other.
Exactly, moving around. Kakashi from CPG, just trying to find someone around. The game just became extremely slow right now. No one is actually engaging. Everybody just wanting to observe, trying to get a little bit of the views. Like the visibility is important. As we see how the circle is going to start moving out. NGX still on the far end. KRT as well. They're gonna try to start making the move, man, because the circle is closing as the seconds pass.
Taking a look now, this is when we're gonna start to see more fights. We had the calm, and now it's time for the storm. As soon as this circle is moving in, we're gonna see KRT is gonna be forced to move in. They're gonna run into KN and TN. So that's gonna be an interesting fight to see there. Looking GBL, we're gonna see GBL versus FPX. That's gonna be an interesting fight. We're already seeing that start to take place, but FPX is looking like they're gonna try and run away, not take this fight too quickly, as we're seeing LY also coming in to try and get a third party on here.
Look at that. Everyone's just gonna try to start the game. BL 28HH with his F ability is gonna try to move around, trying to find a good place to pop his ult, but it's not going to land on anything, and he's gonna have to rotate out.
Not gonna pop that ult just yet. They need to be in a spot. He's definitely trying to save that ult for the end of the game, because you know that ult is so crazy once you get into a crowded area of people. We see Team CC over here trying to rotate around just to make sure that they're not getting in fights anywhere. Oh my goodness. Blue Sky again. He's got a Blood Ripper in his arsenal. We're gonna see if he's gonna be able to pull that out and get a win with that. Imagine,
that would be really nice, as right now the circle keeps closing. 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Blue Sky from LY turning around, just getting a little bit of the shots, trying to deal some damage, not being able to do that because everyone just is moving so fast.
Everyone moving fast, it makes it really difficult to pull off those musket shots, but if you're actually able to do it, so impressive.
I know, look at that. It's just like the terrain, it just it makes them just climb in, just kind of jump around, trying to shoot at the same time that you are moving. It just makes things very difficult.
We're seeing our first Tian Hai ult of this phase of battle, I'd like to call it, come out from TM's Akame. He's the last player on his team.
Yeah.
If he does not do well here, it's not going to be looking good for him because there's still 43 players left. The next 20, 30 people that die, they're not going to get any placement points. And there we see him go down. From KN HQ, we're seeing TM Gaming getting eliminated, the second team to go down here.
And that is a big surprise since TM was doing so well in the previous 4 games. They come to game 5 and they're just coming down so early, or at least not early, but so they're not gonna get that many ranking points.
Yeah, I guess you could say, like, even if players who died early, like if you look at Cats, they died first and they died early, but it literally makes no difference at all, because if you die here, it's just like you died at the start of the game.
Of course, exactly, man. Let's look at that. Everyone just moving inside and outside of all the different places, just trying to move around. Look at this, Ult 6 with the golden armor, Daba with the golden armor as well. If you analyze that Tianhai right now, it's going to be insane, because with the golden armor and due to the new meta, that when he's gonna pop his monk, is going to be extremely difficult to kill him.
Yeah, he's got a flamethrower too, and in this circle with a lot of buildings where you're going to see a lot of people hiding, that flamethrower is going to come in really handy.
Oh, let's try to use it. Let's see that happening, man. I want to see some more action. Look at that LDC, Sachiko, taking that flamethrower and really just listening to me and just making the flames go and trying to burn people around.
GBL here just kind of chilling, popping their focus skills just to, you know, flash a little bit of skills for the camera, but not really doing anything with them. We see now KN HQ trying to get some shots in from underneath that building, but yeah, he's definitely not playing it too aggressive right now. Definitely the Team C players have thrown the Team A players off guard.
Yes,
they haven't been ready for this, but now they're getting ready and they're paying the consequences here. 6 minutes and 43 seconds left in this game, and there's still 40 players. We have Circle 5 starting in 1 minute and 13 seconds. People need to start dying soon, man.
I know, Team CC's 330 was on air, just gets hit in the back, who's gonna land down, he's gonna grapple away, just trying to get a little bit of visibility of where his teammates are.
Yeah, he's lost his teammate, he's gotten separated. We see the Jing here trying to go for a kill. It would look, and it seems, oh my god, Bauda hitting that, able to stun a couple players, but they pop their ults just in time so they don't get stunned. That ult is being rendered useless. YJJPP not having the first time there. No, it's not the first time that that's happened. We're seeing Highball getting a double grab, going for a slam, but not getting the kill. Grabbing him in mid-air again, trying to get a second grab so he can get the double slam, but he only slams one. Kills KRT, immunized, man. LDC, LDLC also getting eliminated right now. We're seeing Zoo Bauda, he's about to go down here. CPGK is also going to get that kill. KRT Frupia is also going to go down. LY Haobao having a great time here, trying to get a couple kills. Daoma YL next, trying to get a grab, but he's inside the building. I don't think he's actually able to get out, so he's going to have to stop that ult, put the ult away, and try and regroup here.
Look at that, Bauda's LYD already in his warrior shape with this spear, trying to get on some damage, trying to deal some damage. He's gonna have to pop out of it as the circle is gonna close on him.
He tries to pop out of it, but KN, HQ, and the whole KN team says, no, we're just gonna keep attacking you. Those people who are meant to have so much more health and be harder to kill in those situations are dying really, really fast.
Look at that, GBL, Daba on 28HH, just waiting on the roof, just hanging in there, trying to find for their prey.
FPX over here, TXJ trying to get a little good vantage point so where he can maybe pop off with a heal. We see NGX trying to go for a grab, not able to successfully get a grab. We see the Jing also going for a grab. He gets one. He goes out into the storm to try and get that kill. Town Shy from NGX, getting that kill. The Jing gonna go into the storm, just trying to loot their bodies, getting a little bit of health back while doing it, but not able to make it into the storm. He has to pop his ult again. LY Haobao with the ult coming out. CPG the Jing on 1 HP from staying into the zone for too long. That damage take changed as soon as he came through, and he was not able to get out in time. We see Highball coming in with one grab. That grab is killing that YL next player. LY coming in, they're looking very strong right now, getting a single grab, going to go for that smash. That Wild Next player, Benshu, getting killed by Team CC's teammates as well.
Look at that, the difference of the terrain that we have in here. As we're gonna move closer and closer and closer to the peak of this mountain, it is just gonna be such a great place for the Tianhai, man.
Team CC gets the grab on Snack, but Snack ends up dying to Team CC's BBS. Snack dies to the musket. They were just holding him there, not trying to go for a double grab. Team CC's 330 is gonna go out of his ult, stay under with the rest of his team, just trying to get some defense going on, but Haosan says no. We're gonna come in and we're gonna mess your thing up. Dot Gaming coming in strong there. Dot Gaming, we haven't seen a lot of play from them today, but they're looking pretty good in this final circle.
They do look really good. Another one who's looking really good is the Jing, man. He's getting those grabs one after the other. He's gonna throw him out. Dabao is going to be able to survive thanks to his golden armor, but the Jing is gonna demonk out and he's gonna fall to TXJ.
28HH GBL player, they are looking pretty strong too. Dabao, Old 6, and 28HH looking very, very strong. We see Tianhai at the very top, the highest place in the map. The other two players defending him. He's trying to get some grabs off, but is becoming unsuccessful. Gets one grab from Dao Ma. Tries to get a second grab from the throw. He throws him down. Dao Ma is gonna die to the storm, assisted by Dao Bao's Tianhai ult.
By Dabao's Tianhai ult, moving on the other side of the circle. Haibao just trying to get more grabs. He's trying desperately to get one. He gets successful and gets the first one.
He gets the second one and gets the kill on Dot Gaming. Dot Gaming DCRK is going to go down. Wild Next Slayer, we see him here facing off against Blue Sky, pushing him out into the storm, and that is going to be it for him. They're going for a bow shot, but he gets knocked out of the way mid-shot. Blue Sky is going to be able to actually enter back into this circle, but he's going to end up going down after we're seeing that Yodo ult come out, getting 3 kills there, killing KN Zhu right there. Haobao right here, GBL, Haobao going down, Lao CP going down, Dao Bao, GBL, trying to get some grabs off again. These ults are just coming out one after another. We're seeing so much Tianhai play right now. Going for the slam, throwing them out in the circle, getting the grab a second time, trying to get a second grab, but unsuccessful. These slams are not doing too well for Dao Bao. He's getting these grabs, but he's not becoming successful in there. He forced to pop his bell, gets grabbed by another Tianhai player and dies, getting slammed to the ground. Dot Gaming picking up another kill. Wild Next Slayer also going down. We are at 11 players left with 1 minute left in this game.
Alright, as we have the last minute, right now we have 12 players still in game. We have FCPX still on game. We've got Dot players, but they're gonna be sent out of the circle. This TXJ right now just holding on everything that he can see. He's gonna monk out of it and he's gonna pay with his life as he won't be able to survive to that.
GBL trying to pop off with that F skill, getting a lot of health there. That's actually really helpful right now. We have a few teams left. Among those are GBL. We're seeing a little bit of other teams. Dot Gaming, I think, is going to get completely eliminated there. There's 5 players left. GBL looking very, very weak right now. We also see a few other players popping that Yoda wall in the very last circle, getting a little bit of health back, but is going to end up going down before being able to capitalize. FPX and YL Next are going to be the last people, and YL Next versus CPG. CPG getting out all the way, so far away, popping off with that healing ult, and CPG is going to take the dub for this first game of Team C. Game number 5 today.
Alright, that was really nice to